Okay guys, as you might have noticed, there was a new hotfix for Ark. Little patch just to hotfix the speed and some complaints people were having about the nerf. And what they've done is they've increased the speed on Terras by about a third. So 135 to about 175 it feels like. They haven't actually changed the speed value in you read in its stats. But it is actually much faster. And they've also made a few other changes, like now you can't force feed. There's a 0.2 second cooldown on force feeding, which is pretty crazy and pretty good in my book. So we jumped on the server to test them out and have a look at the new changes they've done. And I've got to say they're pretty damn cool. Obviously there's been a lot of outrage over this patch, and a lot of people have been hating me saying like, oh, why do you like this? It's only good for PvP, but I think it's going to make more sense, and they're going to keep buffing it until people are happy with it, because they listen to their community. So hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do like these update videos on the patches and small details, let me know in the comments and leave a like. And until next time, you guys are legends. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a big, huge video tomorrow. Hope you guys are keen. But for an overall list of the changes, they've changed it so flies have ground attacks. They've added special weight reductions to things. So Mammoth has 75% weight decrease for wood, Anki 75% for metal, Doed 75% for stone. So it's some pretty crazy changes, and Beaver actually has 50% reduction for any weight in it. And they've done a few UI fixes and good things like that. And they also gave Quetz a huge buff to stamina and made it so that it doesn't use much stam when it's idle in the air, which is pretty handy. But the biggest thing is the speed, of course, so we'll have a look at that now. Okay, so I thought I'd do a bit of testing with the new speeds and new stats on this stuff. So the tap feels really good. The taps had probably, I think it was about a third boost in speed as well, approximately anyway. So they've just changed the speed of the actual dinos. They haven't changed it in the stats like I mentioned earlier. But the tap feels in a pretty good place at the moment. It's not too powerful, but not too sluggish. And the tap, I've got to say, has a ton of stam. Like this, I leveled stam on this because the stam was getting low on stuff, but it seems like its stam is pretty damn high. So taps are definitely going to be something to check out. They got the ground attack now, which is pretty brutal. You obviously wouldn't want to get munched by that because it'll do some huge damage, I'm sure. And then the next thing we want to test is everyone's favorite. What everyone wants to know is the Terras. Are the Terras back to where they were or close to? And the Terras do feel much quicker, so they feel a lot quicker than the tap. Their stam from a barrel roll doesn't go down quite as much as it did. Still pretty substantial, but that's fair enough. They still want these things to have to land. And when you do land on the Terra now, you've got your very own little attack as well. Little ground-based attack here. So if someone's coming up to you while you regain the stam, you can sort of defend yourself while being on the mount. Which is pretty cool. They did reduce the stamina slightly in the Terras. This one had about 1,000, I think, so they've taken about a tenth off the stam, which is a bit funny. And the weight actually might have been reduced too. That seems a bit lower than what it used to be. But overall, they still feel pretty good. Like I'll use a Terra for sure now. They're not too slow anymore that you won't be able to get away from someone. So they've definitely got the speed advantage back, but not too fast. So they won't be able to ignore turrets. They won't be able to sneak up on someone and pick them before they know what's happening, which is cool. And then the Argies, I think, feel very similar to the tap. They're quite sluggish, but the devs have said they want these to be like a battle bird. So again, it's still good for your weight. Argy has a lot of weight. And good stam and health and all that stuff. So Argies are going to be pretty good for battle with the health they've got. They're pretty tanky again. But quite slow. But a big improvement on what it was. So people should notice that difference. One of the biggest changes though was with the Quetz. Because they've actually given the Quetz... they gave it seems like a huge stamina boost again. And they've made it so that when you're hovering in the air, you don't use much stamina. It goes down very marginally. So when you're just idle, your stamina doesn't go down too quickly. So you're going to be able to get to your trips very quickly. I don't think they've actually boosted the speed though, so the Quetz is still very slow, very sluggish. But this is what the dossier said originally. When the original dossier came out for the Quetz, it said that they were supposed to be like that. So it's kind of in line with the dossier now. So overall pretty good change, I think. Just so Ankies now only take 25% of their weight for metal, and Mammoths only take 25% of weight from wood. And there was another one too. And Doeds only take 25% of stone. So I've got to say these changes are going to be really good for farming. The 25% with the Anki is going to be really good for metal. Metal's going to be much easier to get, although there is still the weight glitch, so that's going to make it 10 times easier for most people. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Straight to the point. No thick bait. And I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow for a big epic battle. So I hope you guys have a good one. Until next time. I think the biggest change is going to be this force feeding. Can't wait to see how this goes.